Hey everyone, Ryan from ClickOvation here. I'm the founder of the Google Ads Mastermind group. I just wanted to quickly introduce to you, for those of you who not only do client work but also do or want to do affiliate marketing, how the heck does tracking work in that instance? So this will be a very basic overview of what you need to do in order to track conversions from AdWords or from Bing for that matter, if you want to do affiliate marketing and you don't have access to a thank you page. Okay, so let's look at our traditional tracking code setup when we have a client and or when we have access to a thank you page. So here you can see we have our typical funnel. We have AdWords, we're sending our traffic from AdWords, and most of the time we have an opt-in, right? And then when someone opts in, they're redirected to a thank you page, and we have the AdWords, Google Ads conversion code on the thank you page, and at that point it fires and sends all the conversion data back to, excuse me real quick, sends all that conversion data back to AdWords so that we can then see conversions inside of AdWords and optimize from there. So that's the sort of typical traditional setup where you have access to a thank you page. Now, certainly in affiliate marketing, there may be times when an advertiser or a company that you're working with will place your tracking pixel on their thank you page. However, I would say that doesn't happen too frequently for a number of reasons. More frequently, you won't have access to that page. So then how on earth do we track conversions if we're using AdWords as a traffic source? So let's take a look at an example. Okay, so here's an example of what might look like an affiliate funnel. And in this example, you can see that we're using AdWords, but then we're sending our traffic to a landing page. And on that main landing page, we might link out to a review or multiple reviews, right? And then from that review, we then link out to the offer once the traffic's warmed up. So the way this works is that, now, to preface this, there are a huge number of tracking platforms out there. There's Volume, there's ClickMagick, there's Funnelflux, and a lot of other tracking platforms. And the way that each of these tracking platforms is set up is ultimately going to depend on that individual tracking platform. But the gist of it is the same for traffic generally speaking. When someone clicks on your ad, a unique click ID or tracking ID is going to be created for that unique user. Now, how that click ID is generated and what it's actually called for the individual platforms, again, is going to depend on that platform. Some call it tracking ID, some call it a click ID. More generally speaking, they're often referred to as sub-IDs. But when someone clicks on your ad and when your tracking is set up correctly, as you can see here, a unique tracking ID is going to be generated. And so what happens then, someone clicks on the ad, and let's say the URL is domain.com/landing page. When someone clicks on the ad and they're redirected to your landing page, it's going to be domain.com/landing page, and click ID equals a random number like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay? And so once they're on that landing page, let's say for instance that they hit a review, they click the review page, we're then going to forward that unique sub ID 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 to the review page. And then if they click through the offer page, okay, that unique sub ID is going to be passed to the offer page as well. And the offer page might be the actual affiliate URL that you have. So the idea is that we're passing the unique tracking ID or click sub ID from AdWords that's generated then there all the way through to the offer ID. Now what happens then is that if someone converts on the back end in your affiliate network, you are going to see that unique sub ID. And then what you're going to do is you're going to then go back into your tracking platform and paste that sub ID into your tracking platform, and that is going to give you the GCLID ID from that specific AdWords click that led to the conversion. And then you can use offline conversions to upload that GCLID as a conversion inside of AdWords. Okay, that might be confusing, and that's one thing I forgot to mention, is that we're going to need to be able to collect the GCLID in our tracking software so that we can then upload it to AdWords. So remember, the GCLID contains all of the conversion data, the keyword data, the ad level data, all of the data associated with that click that we're then going to upload into AdWords so that we have the ability to track conversions. Okay, so let me actually show you what this looks like inside of a tracking platform. So here we actually have an affiliate network, and we've generated a conversion down here, as you can see. Okay, this is a recent conversion, and here's the actual sub ID that was passed back into this affiliate marketing platform. And here's another thing. Depending on the the affiliate marketing platform that is used, how that tracking ID is passed into that individual tracking platform is also going to vary. In this instance, it's called a sub ID. In other affiliate marketing platforms, it might be called S1, S2. It really depends, and it's going to be up to you to determine how that specific network wants you to pass the information on. But for the purposes of this video, I just want to show you the gist of how this works. It's certainly not an in-depth tutorial on how to do any of this, okay? So in this instance, we have a conversion, and you can see the sub ID here, okay? So we're going to take the sub ID that we passed all the way from AdWords through to the affiliate network. Holy mackerel, okay? And we're going to go into our tracking platform, which in this case is ClickMagick. Really recommend them because their support is phenomenal. And so I've already pasted that in here. Now what we're going to do is show click ID history. All right, and we can see that the gclid associated with this specific sub ID is right here. Now, we had to tell the tracking platform to collect the gclid upon click. And again, depending on the tracking platform that you use, that is going to be accomplished in a number of different ways. But to be clear, you need to make sure that you're collecting the gclid upon click, because then you're going to take that gclid information and use offline conversions to upload it to AdWords. And in that way, then, AdWords is going to place the conversion next to the right keyword, next to the right query, next to the right ad, right next into the right campaign and into the correct ad group. I'm not going to go into how to upload this to AdWords right now, but just know that this is the way in which you need to do all of this. And it can be pretty confusing. Certainly took me a little while, but if you want to be successful in affiliate marketing, you need to get this tracking down. It is really worthwhile. Actually, it is essential that you figure out this tracking, and it can be confusing. I mean, I remember it took me 5-6 days to figure out how to do this because I was trying to wrap my head around how all of these variables are passed from ad consistently through the landing page and then to your offer page. Okay, and again, all different affiliate networks collect that click ID in their own way and have specific tokens that are specific to their tracking platform. But again, this is just the way in which this is done. Again, the gclid is created, the tracking ID is created on click, okay? And then when they arrive on a landing page, that unique tracking ID is appended to the URL all the way through this funnel, okay? And then once they go to the offer and they convert, we go into our affiliate backend, collect that unique tracking ID, look it up in our tracking software. And then when we look it up in our tracking software, that click ID is going to be associated with a unique click ID, okay? I mean gclid ID rather. And then we're going to upload that gclid ID into AdWords to get our conversion data. I hope that makes sense. I'm sure people have a lot of questions, but that's generally speaking how it works. Let me know if you have any questions. I'm happy to create additional videos that goes over this in more detail. See you guys later.